Please, sir. Please face the front and raise your right hand.
You solemnly swear that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Please be seated.
May I?
You may.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Could you state your full name, please?
Robert Kraft.
And could you spell your last name?
Kraft. Excuse me, I have a bit of a head cold, so
Sir, do you work?
I think so, yes.
Where do you work?
I work at One Patriot Place.
Okay, and what do you do for work, sir?
Whatever they ask me to do.
Okay. Do you run a business?
Yes, we're in packaging and paper business and private equity, and we have 2 sports teams.
Okay. And what sports teams do you have?
The New England Revolution and the New England Patriots.
And the New England Patriots, where do they play?
In Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Okay, and what is the name of the stadium?
Gillette Stadium.
Okay. How long have you been involved with the New England Patriots?
21 years.
Okay. And during the course of that time, did you have a player by the name of Aaron Hernandez?
Yes.
And do you see Aaron Hernandez in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Could you just point him out and describe what he's wearing?
He's wearing a dark jacket, a dark tie, and looks like a light blue shirt.
Okay. And Your Honor, if the record can reflect the witness identifying the defendant. Now, sir, at some point was he playing for your team?
Yes.
And what years was he playing?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the exact, around 2010 or 11, he would have been drafted by us.
Okay. And approximately how many years did he play for your team?
3 to 4 years.
Okay. Now, I'd like to direct your attention to June, the middle of June, approximately June 19th of 2013. Do you recall on that date going to Gillette Stadium?
What day of the week was that, sir?
Do you remember it being a Wednesday, the 19th of June?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall going to the stadium on that date?
Yes.
And at approximately what time did you arrive at the stadium?
Around 8 o'clock, 8 to 8:30.
When you arrived, was your attention drawn to anything around the stadium?
Yes.
And what was that?
There was a lot of media in the parking lots, and I believe there were some helicopters hovering.
Okay. As a result of making the observations of the media, the helicopters, did you have a conversation with anybody, any personnel at the stadium?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
Sure. Let me ask it this way. After making those observations, did you talk to anybody on your staff about what was going on?
Yes, I tried to
Okay.
find out.
You answered the question.
Okay. And as a result of having a conversation with somebody, did you seek out, did you know if Aaron Hernandez, the defendant, was at the stadium on
Yes,
that date?
I was told that.
You haven't been asked what you were told. The objection sustained.
Okay, sir, not with regard to what you were told, but as a result of a conversation with somebody, did you go somewhere in the facility?
I went directly to the weight room.
Okay, and when you went to the weight room, did you see somebody there?
Yes.
And who did you see?
I saw 2 of our strength coaches and Aaron Hernandez.
Okay, and those strength coaches, what are their names, sir?
Harold Nash and Moses Cabrera.
Okay, and you indicated you saw Aaron Hernandez, the defendant, in that location?
Yes.
Did you, at that time, ask to speak with him?
Yes.
And did you go somewhere outside of the weight room to speak?
There's an office connected to the weight room that I brought him into.
Okay, and whose office was that?
Moses Cabrera.
Okay, and when you said you brought him in there, was there anybody else with you at that time?
No.
And did you have an opportunity at that time to have a conversation with the defendant?
Yes.
And just tell us about that. What did you say to the defendant?
I wanted any of our players.
Well, you've just been asked what you said. The objection is sustained. Motion to strike's allowed.
Sir, just with regard to, did you say something to him to start the conversation?
Yes.
And what was that, sir?
I understood there was an incident that had transpired, and I wanted to know whether he was involved, and if he was, you know, I wanted to make sure he's part of any player who comes into our system, I consider part of our extended family, and I wanted to get him help.
Okay. So as a result of, did you say this to the defendant?
Yes.
And what did he say when you had asked him if, whether he was involved in this matter?
He said he was not involved, that he was innocent, and that he hoped that the time of the murder incident came out because I believe he said he was in a club.
Okay. So at the time that you had this conversation with him, had you learned about a homicide that had occurred in North Attleboro, Massachusetts?
Yes.
So when you referred to speaking to him about wanting to know whether he was involved in this incident, was it in relation to that homicide?
Yes.
And you indicated when you asked him that, he stated what?
I'm going to object to the
Objection.
question.
Objection sustained.
Okay. What did he say about where he was when you asked him that?
I don't recall.
Okay. Now, sir, at some point, did you prepare an affidavit in this matter?
Yes.
May I approach?
May.
Sir, I'm just going to show you this document and ask you to read down at the bottom here, this last sentence beginning there and to the end. If you would just read that, sir, to yourself, please. Okay. Does that refresh your memory, sir, about your conversation with the defendant about where he indicated to you he was, or strike that, about at the time of the homicide?
Can you ask your question again?
Sure. What did he say about hoping for the time of the homicide to be revealed?
My recollection is that he said that he hoped that the time of the event came out because he was in a club.
Okay.
I thought he had said Providence, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But he was at a club.
Okay. And did he indicate when you say at the time, do you recall him making some statement about where the club was located?
Objection leading, Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
Okay. What else can you tell us about your memory as related to the Providence?
Nothing.
Okay. Now, did you have a further conversation with him about if he knew the victim of the homicide?
I believe I did.
Okay. And do you recall what he told you?
I think he said that he was the boyfriend of his fiance. His fiance's sister. He was her boyfriend.
Okay. And did he further describe the nature of their relationship?
No.
How long would you say that you had spoken to him on that date?
5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. Was there anything else outside of what you've told us, anything else about your conversation with him?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
Was there, what else if anything, did you talk about during that time period?
Nothing.
Okay.
I just wanted him to know.
Objection
Move to strike
sustained.
after nothing.
Okay. And as a result of completing your conversation, at that point, did you go somewhere?
I went to my office.
Okay. And when you left, how was it left between you, the two of you?
I'm not sure I understand.
Sure. And did you, when you went to leave, did he say anything else to you?
He hugged and kissed me and thanked me for my concern.
Okay. And after that time, did you see the defendant again?
No.